Well, welcome back. The remote's not working today, so I have to run up to the little camcorder there and actually hit the button on the back. So that's why I was giving you that funny face at the beginning. Plus, it was kind of fun to do. Hey, today we're talking about the Spanish alphabet. And you guys who are learning Spanish now should be very, very grateful, because when I was a kid, when I was a boy learning Spanish, there were more letters in the Spanish alphabet. Yes, that's true. The Spanish alphabet used to have several more letters than they do now. They had a double L, they had a double R, they had the letter CH. I think it was mainly just to confuse people, but they've gotten rid of those over the last few years. So the Spanish alphabet is a whole lot simpler. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the name of each letter, and then I'm going to tell you that the sound, or what it is, the sound that they make. Okay? And you're going to love Spanish because, unlike English, where, for example, the letter A can have a whole bunch of different sounds. It can be A, okay? In Spanish, most letters just have one sound, and the vowels especially only have one. The letter A is only A. That's it. That's the only sound it's ever going to make. So it's actually kind of nice. So, without further ado, we come up to the first letter. Let me hear you say A. A. And that's also the sound that it makes. The name of the letter is A. The sound that it makes is A. Isn't that nice? I love it. Now, this is where we get into our first little confusing thing. See this letter here? B. And this letter over here, V. Technically, if you want to speak excruciatingly correct Spanish, the letter B and the letter V make the exact same sound. It's neither a B nor a V. It's a kind of in between. Basically take your bottom lip and just almost touch it to the top lip. Just go B, 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 like that, okay? And because of this, because these letters have the exact same sound, a lot of native Spanish speakers will misspell words. For example, they'll spell this word, vaya. I can't tell you how many times I saw people write it with a B. And it's okay, no big deal. In English, we misspell words too. Boy, do we misspell a lot of words. Now, the way they distinguish between this letter here and this letter here is they call this one B, and then they'll say larga or grande. And what that means is long or big B. Okay? So they say B larga or B grande. Okay? This one, I'm going to skip down here. This one they call B chica or B corta, which means short or, cut off letter B. Letter B. Okay? So, B grande or B, what's the other one? B grande or, it'll come to me. B larga, B corta, or B chica. Depends on the country you're in. Some countries like B chica, others like B corta, as long as you know. All right, next one. Let me say se. Se. And the sound it's going to make is either a k, if it's followed by an A, an O, or a U, or it's going to be a s, just like in English, if it's followed by an E or an I. The exact same rules apply as in English or Spanish. K or s. The next one, let me say de. De. Now this is a soft D. It's not a D like in American English, okay? This is a de. Notice my tongue is kind of trying to escape from my mouth, but it's being held back by my teeth when I say this letter. De. De. It's a much softer sound. Okay. A. B grande. Se. De. A vowel. E. E. That's the name of the letter, and that's the sound it makes. Okay? Yeah, and that's going to be confusing because it sounds like this letter, huh? E. Anyway. Next one. Efe. Efe. And it makes the exact same sound as in English, which is really nice. Next one. Give me a G. G. If you're saying this letter correctly, you're probably spitting on the person you're talking to. G. Give it a nice in there, okay? This letter has two sounds, just like in English, but the sounds are a little bit different. We have a G. If it's followed by an A, O, or U, it's going to be pronounced G. If it's followed by an E or an I, it's going to be pronounced which is fun to say. It really is. Try it. Say it. See, that was nice. Okay. Next one. H. H. And this is an interesting letter because it is silent. You don't pronounce an H. The only time you'll ever hear H make any sound at all is if you have a C followed by an H, and then it makes a ch. CH is ch. Okay? Other than that, the H is silent. So the word hola, the H is silent on there. H-O-L-A, it's just hola. Okay? Next one. E. E. That's the name of the letter. That's also the sound it makes. And yes, that's going to be confusing because you're going to think E, this letter here. And it's not. So, next one. J is jota. Jota. And it makes a nice sound. So again, you get to spit on the people in front of you. It's kind of fun. The next one, over here you say ka. Ka. Now, it's a very uncommon letter. As a matter of fact, there are no native Spanish words that have the letter K. K is in the alphabet just because there are words that they've borrowed from other languages that have a K, such as kilogram, kilometer, things like that. Okay, kilometro, kilograma, something like that. So they have a K, but there are no Spanish words with a K. It's kind of weird. Next one, L, L. And it makes the same sound as in English. Okay? Next one, M, M. And again, it makes the same sound as in English, which is really nice. Next one, N, N, which makes the same sound as in English. Isn't that great? Now here's where we get to the first letter that Spanish, the only letter that Spanish has that English doesn't, and that's the Nye. It's an N with a little squiggly on the top. That squiggly is called a tilde, but that doesn't matter. Pronunciation of this is nya, nya. Okay? So you have n and nya. You'll see this in Spanish words a lot. Okay? For example, if you see the word baño, B-A-N-Y-O, it gives it that nice little nya sound. Okay, let's go to the beginning. A, B grande, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O. O. It's a nice clean sound. O. It's not like in English where we say oh, we put a little w on the end of it. Don't do that. Spanish is just O. And that's the name of the letter, and that's also the sound it's going to make. Isn't that nice? Next one, P. P. And that's the sound is the same as in English. Okay? Q, the letter Q is Q, Q, and it's pretty much always used with a U, just like in English. Okay, so Q, R, R. Okay? That's the letter R. Next one, S, S. Makes the same sound as in English. T, T. Pretty close to the same sound as in English, you're fine with that. U, U. That's the name of the letter, U, and it's also the sound that it makes, which is actually kind of nice. B chica, we did that one. Now, W, depends on the country you're in. Some countries call it doble U, some countries call it doble V. Other countries even call it U doble. I don't care which one you want to use. And it's not that big of a deal because, again, just like the letter K, there are no Spanish words that have a W. The only reason they have the word, or excuse me, the letter W in the alphabet is because they borrowed words from other languages that have W's. So they throw it in there. Next one, X, X, the letter X. Most of the time it's going to be pronounced like a okay? As in Mexico. They give it a nice sound, okay? The letter Y comes from the word meaning Greek eye. The letter, the way they say that is Y, which literally means Greek eye. Okay, so Y, I'll say that a couple more times for two reasons. One, it's really fun to say. Two, you guys are probably having a tough time picking that up on the microphone. So, Y, is the name of the letter. And the pronunciation is pretty much the same as in English. It's a Y sound, although if you go down to South America, if you go down to Argentina and Uruguay and parts of Paraguay, the Y makes a J sound. Instead of saying yo me llamo, they'll say yo me llamo. And it's just a regional difference. No big deal. And the last one, Zeta. Zeta, the letter Z. In most Spanish-speaking countries, it's pronounced like an S. Okay? In Spain, it's kind of a f, but we don't want to go there. All right. So that's the basics of the alphabet. Let's jam through it one more time. A, B grande, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, B chica or B corta, W, W, V, W, any of those. I don't care. X, Y, Z. Okay, those are the names of the letters of the alphabet. Now, one more time, we're just going to go through the vowels, just because I want to really hammer home that these vowels only make one sound each. I'm going to say A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. That's it. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the 5 vowel sounds, and that's it. Okay, now we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to spell out a couple of words to you if I can see them there. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to spell some words. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say each letter twice. So if I'm spelling the word Mason, I'd say M, M, A, and so forth. Okay? See if you can figure them out. And the words are going to be actually written down in the description. Okay? Underneath, so you can see if you got them right. So the first one, esse, Q, U, I, D, L, I, T, S. Okay. Next word. H. A. Z. M. A. T. Next word. B grande. R. O. K. E. N. And the last word. W. Or W. Or W. Boy, I just gave that one away, didn't I? Next one. Next letter. A. X. Y. Okay, hopefully you were able to pick up all those letters and figure out what words I was spelling. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you want, and now I have to come all the way over here and turn the thing off. So, have a great day.